Unorganized.
Good evening, one and all. I must say, welcome back to another edition of Kop Talks, FTB's Kop Talk. Only place to be on a Thursday night is right here, kids. And before I go any further, I must say a big thank you, massive thank you to Stoney for stepping in for me last week and hosting a wonderful job last week. Splendid job. I must say, well done, Stoney.
No problem. No problem.
But I heard they was disappointed because there was no quiz.
And that's why we're glad to have you back, man.
KB said
the quiz master's back.
And secondly, before we move on, I must say thanks once again for all the kind words. Meant a lot. Much blessings, lads. Thank you very much. So good evening, KB. How we doing, sir?
I'm Velvet, as per usual. You know me, always winning. God give me another 24 hours.
Good evening, Preds. How you doing, mate? See, he's got his training kit on there.
I got my training kit. I got a fresh trim for today's show as well. Jeez, the sport pepper's flowing.
And say good evening, Mr. Tabrice. He's got his R&B mic ready for us.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well.
Nice one. And of course, Mr. Stoney, how we doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. You see with that mic there, I'm hoping that he's not going to behave like Ray J and Amario and Mario on the verses, you know.
What kind of nonsense was that?
Oh, boy.
Oh, that was awful.
What happened? I didn't see it. What happened?
There was on some juice,
you be
man.
glad.
Yeah.
Well, you saying acting ratchet?
It was a nonsense.
Yeah, it was.
Good evening, Mr. Mark Foster. Nice to have you on board, sir. Doing lots of work behind the scenes and spreading the word like he should do. Everybody, remember, do to like, share, and subscribe. He's put it out all over the place. I'll tell you, I think he's done more than me. Well done, Mark. Cheers, mate. Nice to have you on board. Right, gentlemen. We'll get this kicked off with, don't know, I think he's got a bloody cheek anyway, but Alan Hutton, former Aston Villa defender, he's advised Klopp to make a move for Timo Werner, who was linked with Liverpool before his 47 million move to Chelsea. Timo Werner, gentlemen. Alan, taking advice from Alan Hutton. Really?
I think you said it. I think you said it just there, mate. I think you said it all there.
I think Alan Hutton should just do everyone a favour and slap himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, let's have it right. Timo Werner is a very good. He's a good footballer. He is talented. He's very good, but as he proved at Chelsea, he couldn't really score in a brothel. So let's just let that go.
Yeah.
Not really money well spent. 47.5 million.
I mean, in like this kind of market, that's pretty cheap, and you could tell. And again, you know, he's a very dynamic, and you know, he kind of would fit in like our style of play. Maybe Chelsea just isn't the right fit for him. If he kind of does, you know, go like to a club like ourselves, or even possibly Spurs, that you know that might suit his style of play. But you know, I still think he's got a lot to give in a Premiership.
Tobias, I respect everything you've said ever since you've been on the show. I think Werner will offer as much to us. Do you remember we used to have a striker called Sean Dundee?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on a Sean Dundee level.
He's looking a bit perfect.
Werner ain't offering us nothing but smoke. Stay at Chelsea, earn your P's, and live in the central London. We don't want him up in Liverpool.
You know
you are my brother.
Preds.
I'll tell you what, to be fair, Tabrice is kind of, he has that team of fitting to play.
Preds, you're breaking up a bit there, bro.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me
now? I
now?
can't hear you properly.
Can you hear me now?
Sound a bit better, but I think it's that dial-up connection.
Don't do
it like that.
No, you done me like that. Did he tell me the dial-up? Did he give me dial-up? I'm going to do the freeze again.
Are you with Tiscali?
What? Who are they?
AOL.
Exactly.
Yeah, AOL.
Add it to the stainless. Exactly.
I tell you, I can still hear you.
Sorry.
I can still hear you. Like battering me here. Yeah, you can hear me now because you know what, Werner. No, I don't know. It's Hutton on a mission to try and destabilise Liverpool or something. Because that would be like Liverpool buying David Speedy all over again, wouldn't it?
Oh my God. Well, no, all right, gents. To be honest though, do you not what? Do you honestly believe he's not a talented footballer then?
He is a talented footballer. He is.
Just not for Liverpool.
But you know, we can kind of have this debate about Lukaku, how his style of play didn't fit Chelsea, but at Inter Milan he was unstoppable. I'm not saying that. Well, I mean, it still suited his style, and if you kind of watch how Werner plays with a lot of energy, a lot of passion. And again, under Klopp, there is a player in there, and I think if we can get that fine tuning right, I think Tino could be a surprise package. But again, it all depends on the money and wages and whatnot.
I think in fairness to that, Brian, and I'm just talking about me individually, just only about me individually. Okay, I see, and I'm being quite serious in this. I see Werner probably being in the same level as. Do you remember years ago there was a striker called Darren Huckabee that used to play for Norwich and Man City?
Yes.
And this is just my opinion. Okay, and anybody that's tuning into the show, please check me. Please put me in my place. I see Werner as like Darren Huckabee, and I see him as a player that is full of hope. All right. So you're seeing Werner play 21 games last year. I know stats can sometimes be deceiving, right? He played 21 games last season, scored 4 goals and 1 assist. In my opinion, I think if you're coming to a great club as Liverpool, we need more than that. Chelsea can write off those tight monies, but Liverpool, I know we are not cash strapped. We have wealth, we have money at our club, but Werner should not be anywhere near any of our top 100 targets. That's just in my personal opinion.
Top 100.
Top 100, brother.
But also we can kind of say that about Ox when we signed Ox from Arsenal for close to 50 million. And again, we were buying a player who was at that present time, injury prone, but still had the potential to actually do well. And he's turned out to be a flop. And again, a flop is a very subjective word. And literally, I don't like to use
he hasn't hit the heights that we expected.
Yeah, but how I see it as if you're playing in an elite team in a Premiership, then there's you've got something about you, and maybe he just doesn't fit the Chelsea. Well, he doesn't fit the Chelsea system.
I believe that there is a player in there for Werner for real, and 100%. I do believe in a lot of what Teresa said with coming with Klopp. Klopp may be able to get the best out of him, and also the style of play that Liverpool play, it might suit him better than what he's been doing at Chelsea. To be fair, and we were linked with him before Chelsea, but he chose to go to Chelsea. Obviously, more money. Because even if we talk about it now, Mark said, because even I was just going to mention, Mark has said that he's on more money than Salah at the moment at Chelsea. And I was going to say, all right, if we were to get him, what do you think he would be worth now in this market, considering that he hasn't done very well? So he went to them for 47.5. What do you think would be considered reasonable? And if you're talking 20 million, that's not really a risk.
20 mil for Werner
in this day and age, yeah.
So I think it'd be a little bit more than that. I don't know. I'll listen to everybody else, but I think
I'm just putting it out there, saying all right, if he went for 47, he wasn't a success, so his value's decreased.
Okay,
it can't increase. It's definitely decreased.
I think for Chelsea, and as he said once again, if anybody's tuning into the show, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Do your little research on out there as well for us. Werner's contract is there until 2025 at Chelsea. I'm not too sure how much wages he's on. They will probably look to capitalize and earn some more revenue on him. More so as well, his fee will probably increase because you've obviously got a team as Liverpool being far superior in Chelsea. So they'll be looking to add on more money. So I reckon for someone like Werner, Chelsea are probably looking to get about 60 mil for him.
What?
I reckon.
I agree.
Artie, I reckon they'll be looking to get about 60 mil for him. And for that, there's so many other players I think globally we can actually get for that revenue. And as I said, I just go back to what I was saying before. I understand that stats can be deceiving, but if someone's playing 21 games as an offensive player and you're coming in with 4 goals, you are not on Liverpool's level. Even Minamino scored more goals than that.
But also there's got to be a caveat in terms of how many games he actually started. But I do agree with you in terms of I think his value will be around the same 50, 55 mil. Which is still, for me, in this day and age, it's crazy to say, it's still a bargain. And I think it's a risk that Liverpool can afford to write off if he doesn't perform. And how old is he?
I think he'll be a squad player and a player that when he plays, we're looking at hope. I want gunmen. You see our top 3? I want gunmen. I want, if they're having 3 shots on target, one of them's going in. Werner seems like the type of guy that's going to win 10 shots and he might have 1 goal. That he's not Liverpool's level. Okay, he's not even on. Even though, like when we had Shaqiri, I know Shaqiri had an indifferent period of time when he played for Liverpool. He's not even scoring on Shaqiri's levels. I don't think he'll be getting the levels that we need. And I'm not questioning the coaching of us, but I don't think he's at the level of coming to our superior club. I don't see it.
I think I've got to be honest. I see.
Go on, Prez. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, it's interesting to hear because I think at the start of the conversation, I was like, no, and I've got to be honest. Freezer's made some real valuable comments regards to how he possibly could play for us. And you know what? Stoney's made some good comments as well about it. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm sitting on the fence here at the moment now because, 60 million is a lot of money for Werner in regards to what he's produced in the Premiership so far. But I think with Werner as well, he unsettles teams. He's quick. He gets them behind. He's one of those water carrier ones. But I agree with Stoney. He's not clinical enough to be part of a top 3 to be starting for Liverpool. In my opinion.
On that note, those gentlemen, right? On that note, stick a pin. So, on that note, him not being clinical now, I personally think that's got a lot to do with his confidence.
Yeah,
and because he's not been having a good run.
Yeah,
think about
that. To do with that.
Yeah, think about Mane wasn't prolific at Southampton, and he cost us close to 40 mil.
28 mil. Sorry, brother.
No, but including if you include all of
I'm counting those pennies. I'm counting those pennies.
No, but we know how Liverpool like to kind of do business. It's a low fee, but with the add-ons, it was kind of closer to 40. So, I think it's a risk. And again, everyone knows exactly what he brings, and every time Werner plays against Liverpool, I'm thinking, he's gonna literally run his heart out. He's literally gonna get behind and he is going to cause problems. But it comes down to confidence. And again, just maybe the environment isn't right. And when you was talking about a good man, I'm just thinking about Harry Kane. I don't want to keep going back to Harry Kane, but boy,
we've gone back to Harry Kane. It's like
I've got to go back to Harry Kane, my guy.
Gentlemen, that Klopp hug. Let's show. I believe in you, man. You can do this. Go out there.
I can't believe we had 10 minutes on Timo Werner. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? I'm saying 10 minutes on Timo Werner, bro. He's not good enough for Liverpool. He's not good enough for Liverpool. He has a good argument. He is a good footballer. He's just not good enough for us.
All right, before we move on from Timo Werner, Mark Foster's saying he'd rather take Pulisic instead of Werner.
100%.
I'd agree with that. Pulisic. And Klopp's got a little soft spot for him as well, we know.
Yeah, because we was interested in him as well.
He's got a lot of soft spot for him. Yeah.
All right, so KV, you're on the fence a bit about Werner, yes or no?
Nah, I'm a hell no.
Preds, Werner, yes or no?
In theory, my head's saying no, and my heart's saying no. So no.
Right, okay. Stoney,
No.
yes or a no? Werner.
No, sir. Definitely no.
And Reese?
Yes, because we need to bolster our squad, and he would be a great addition.
I've got to be honest, Fabrice has come with some very good mitigating factors regards to Timo Werner. He has, and you got to think both sides as well with it. But I'm just thinking, I'm on the side of, I'm agreeing with Stoney as well, is that if you're going to be in for 60 million, he's starting, he's got to be thinking.
They could never. They've got to be crazy.
We can never get anything less than 40. They're going to get their money back. They want. This is football.
It's not been a success.
Yeah, but they're going to want He's a current German international.
Yeah.
You know,
he's
I don't care because when he's playing for Germany, he's not playing for me.
I know what Preds is saying. Preds has got a valid point here, and the way that I see it is this, right? As Preds was saying, he's a current German international. He's 26. He's playing for a Premiership club, which is also a rival. They will see themselves being a rival, and also his contract is until 2025. So I believe, as what Preds was saying, they will be looking to up the ante on whatever valuation they for Werner. So I agree with Preds. They're probably looking about 60 plus for Werner.
I don't know about that because you know what they want to get rid.
Okay.
You understand? It's not something like we want him and they're trying to hold on to him. They want to
but Chelsea are not in the poorhouse either. You know, and at the end of the day, like if they want to get rid of him, they will do. I very much doubt they'll want to get rid to another title challenger as well. You got to remember that as well. So I still say no.
So he hasn't scored more than 50. They're more than that in 15 games or something. He scored more than Werner, and plus they say Timo's a bit injury prone a lot this season. Okay,
we don't need any more.
KV, that's enough for Werner. Yeah.
Let's knock him on the head. Knock him on the
head. And I think it's a general consensus. It's a no for Werner. All right, we move on. Liverpool have been linked with a move for a Brazilian striker, Marcos Leonardo, who plays for Santos. He has a release clause of 51 million. He's seen as the next Romario. He's 19 years old. So far for Santos this season, he has 12 goals in 31 games. He's got 25 in 94 in total for them.
Can I just say, when you said he is supposed to be the next Romario, do you know how lazy that player was?
You know how many
goals? He's right there.
He was a finisher.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah, hold on. Finisher. He was a finisher, bro.
I'm not saying nothing about his finishing, but like
he was one of the. As a matter of fact, he was one of the best finishers of his time.
I'm not saying nothing about his finishing, but I'm like,
I'd lay my mortgage on it that he's going to score.
He was clinical.
Yeah, but Romario was laying around a lot off the pitch as well. Like his lifestyle didn't really kind of have that as that professional footballer. But if it's 50 million, 50 million,
51 mil, yeah, that's his release clause.
Who?
That's another argument. Are we going to spend? That's a massive gamble. Spending 51 million,
gamble,
51 million on a 19-year-old who potentially could be like the next Romario.
That don't make no sense. You sure 51 million? 51 million.
51 mil.
And it takes.
I'll be honest, I don't know much about this youth. To be honest, I don't know much about this youth. I'm just reading the reports, and this is what I'm getting back.
For me, I kind of agree with you guys. As he said, he's a 19-year-old. I think for us, in my own head, I'm being honest, I know very little about this offensive player. He hasn't even broken regularly into the Brazilian first team international squad. All right, so I'm thinking at the moment we have purchased Darwin Núñez, a young offensive player, for a large volume of money. I can't foresee us purchasing another young up-and-coming player at this period of time for that large volume of money as well. I mean, as I said, bearing in mind, he's probably done what he's needed to do for Santos, but he hasn't even broken into the first team Brazilian squad yet. So 2 potentials for that volume. Let's move that money over to getting Jude in, man.
You know that?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
talking
I hear
about.
I hear that. Big shouts out to Mr. Amonde Juma from the Man United Agenda. He says, class show, Kop Talk. Press up the like button, people. Press up the share button. And do remember to subscribe so you never, ever miss out. Yeah, I did. Mr. Amonde, I was looking for you earlier, man. I did. I showed a bit of support, gentlemen. Went onto the show to go and give these guys some support. But I didn't see you on there, Amonde, man. Disappointed, man. Disappointed. Still a good show, but thought I'd seen you there, man. I do value your opinion. He talks very good football, Mr. Amonde.
I ain't got a quiz
Was
master.
it the Man United show? You know, I missed it, you know. I was washing my hair.
Yeah.
I was cutting my hair.
All right, see, but Bellingham, they're all talking about Bellingham is 2023. This is the talk. It's 2023.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen now.
No.
All right, so before we move on to that, Juve want a deal that includes money and Firmino and to give us Adrian Rabiot in exchange.
Ooh.
They lost Dibiala, so they're looking for another striker to replace him.
Rabiot's a footballer.
He is.
He is a baller.
Talented.
Is that the French lad?
Would he fit into what midfield though?
Well,
okay. I think the thing
deep in thought there. Look like he was deep in thought.
Yeah, I think the thing with Rabiot, what is he? He's Ox is 28, right? So Rabiot's 27. Give or take around the same age as Naby. Yeah. I think with Rabiot, French international, can either play the number 6 where we've currently got Fabinho. He can play central midfielder. He can play over on the left-hand side, which will be one of our number 8s. He had an opportunity because he used to play for PSG. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, he's played for PSG before he went up to Juve. He was actually more of a mainstay where he was at Paris Saint-Germain, and he had more gameplay than he did at Juve at the moment. All right. I see Rabiot probably being in the same situation for us as is the gentleman's name. Is it Asensio from Real Madrid that we've been?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's been linked with us anyway. I see both of those players being in the same bracket, both around the same age, can play anywhere in the midfield. Do they meet the requirements for an elite club like Liverpool? And my answer will always be, I am unsure. That's the only thing I'm saying. I think they're saying at the moment, Rabiot's meant to be, his fee, as an example, is meant to be about 19 mil. A lot of money in real terms, business. I know you, man, them got big high-flying jobs, so I'm just talking about my lane. 19 mil, 90 mil is a whole heap of money. But in football terms, that's calm, you know. So if Rabiot, as a 27-year-old full French international, is going for 19 mil, come and join us. Come and join us.
You were saying he's a baller.
Yeah.
He's a very, very talented footballer. Very good possession-wise, pass-wise, movement off the ball. I'm agreeing with Stoney. My thing is, I'm unsure as well. Would he fit? Has he got the engine to play in a Liverpool team in the Premier League? That's the question.
I kind of see.
Thiago hasn't got the biggest engine though.
Pardon me.
Thiago hasn't got the biggest engine.
He hasn't, but you know what? Rabiot, when you see him play, he kind of plays similar to Gini, right? So I'm talking about a player that never ever gets injured, never ever get injured. But you see the similar thing with, and I think of Rabiot when I say the same thing with Gini. When Gini was with us, that man would play every single game. He'd probably only give us probably 3 assists a season from a midfield.
Yeah, he didn't really affect the game, did he?
Exactly. That's what I think.
No, he didn't affect the game offensively. Yeah, other ways he did.
Yeah,
he did. Look at the whole package.
Everything
needs to come together to make a team work.
Yeah. So he would create the assist before the assist, and that's how I see Rabiot.
Right.
So that's how I actually see Rabiot if he's come to us. So if you're asking me, 27-year-old full international that can play the number 6 or either of the number 8s, left or right, for 19 mil. If he's coming to be as part of the squad for 19 mil, then I would bless that. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that is a steal. He's got a very good point. Damn steal.
What are you going to say there, Preds?
I just think just bringing in someone who's going to bolster up the squad. We've got young players in the background there who are starting to come alive now. I mean, we spoke about Curtis Jones. He's got to come good this season. And we've got Harvey Elliott as well. We've got little Cavallio there. Plus on that side of it, we've still got Hendo. We've still got Fabinho. We've still got Thiago, Keita. I mean, we're well stocked in midfield. And I mean, if you're bringing in a 27-year-old who, I've got to be honest, if he was doing bits for Juve wouldn't be looking to let him go. So there is a reason behind him being let go by Juve. I just feel it will stump the development of up and coming young players who, you know, like we're used to bringing in young players. And I think
none of them are ready.
Ready.
I've replaced Keita and Jones for Rabiot immediately.
Who?
Sorry, I would replace Curtis Jones and Naby Keita. I give them both to Juve for the French fella.
Two for one, yeah.
I'll tell you what, if it was that swap, if a swap in regards to midfield, then yeah, but to lose Bobby and add another midfielder in, I wouldn't be happy with that.
Yeah. He would take that deal even though he loves Bobby.
Yeah, the only reason why I think that may well be a possibility as well, because you know, Juve have a tendency to acquire players on a free, and they had acquired Rabiot on a free. So if as an example we were to purchase him, and you know, we'll just play devil's advocate, if it was 19 mil, then Juve have obviously made finance on that. So, and that's the only thinking in my own head, that they would do that. Even if it's 19 mil, then they've earned money on that. That's the only thing that I'm thinking. I'm always wrong anyway, but that's my thinking.
Fabrice,
I'm still waiting for our marquee signing, yeah, you know, it's as I've said before.
Hold on, you don't think 85 million on New Zealand is a marquee signing, bro?
It doesn't excite me. You know, he's had one good season. So you know that's.
I'm with Fabrice on that. He doesn't excite me either. I'm not excited. I mean, I think it was a huge gamble.
Yeah, it you know isn't, and it kind of looks like we are just trying to bolster our squad rather than making that statement signing. And yeah, I mean, I think we all know, you know, how many midfielders we have, and again with the kind of younger players, like, you know, we've like said before, that they should now have the opportunity to like shine. Yes, you know, City have got stronger, and of course there's gonna be, you know, Chelsea are now spending the money, even Arsenal are spending money. So yeah, you know, hey, like we have to be out there attracting the better players, and okay, 90 million, that's a steal, but you know, is he as good as what we have right now?
Okay, Mark Foster says we did try to buy him when he was at PSG.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Vinny. How are we doing, sir? Nice to have you on board. He says, good evening, Artie. Good evening, gents. Nice to have you on board, Vinny, as well. He's probably someone who I'd like to get on the show as well. The value his opinion, got a very good football brain as well. Very good football knowledge, I must say. Good evening, Colin Moran. He says, why don't we look at Tielemans, 25 million bargain? Not Rabiot, not good enough for Liverpool. Tielemans, though, he's another one for me. He's a good player, but he's not outstanding for me. He's not outstanding. I see that, you know, that level above. And for me, he's not that. He's here. He's not there for me. Tielemans, good player.
Good player.
Tidy in that, but I don't know. And once again, is it another one a case of if he comes in, Klopp will make him better?
True.
Possibly, probably.
I mean, look, end of the day, like we've still got you've also still got the Ox as well. Now you've got the Ox as well. We've got numbers in the midfield, and really and truly, the creative. We are screaming out for creative number 8.
Well, we got that in Carvalho coming in. And as you just said there, we've got numbers in midfield. But you know what? For me, I want quality, not quantity.
But then, you know, like you just said, that we've got a creative player, Carvalho, coming in, that's only played in the Championship. Does that, you know, is that going to strike fear into Man City and, you know, the Europe's elite?
He twisted Man City when he played them in the cup, you know.
But that was a one-off game.
He did twist up their clout when he played them in the cup. I've seen the highlights, man.
Yeah, but you know, just like we all agree, like Liverpool are an elite team. You have to be playing at a consistent level and have the mentality to actually just be in the squad, never mind the starting 11. And at this present moment in time, we are now in a transition now. Like, we have players who are the wrong side of 20, or however you want to look at it now, especially our dynamic players. So the players that we've now been linked with and, you know, spending 60, 70, 80 million. Oh yeah, like, I think, you know, every signing is a gamble, but I don't know. I'm sure that there's players out there that you know, we can all agree on and say, yeah, you know what, a starter, rather than saying, yeah, well, we don't know if he's going to fit in. Like, we shouldn't be talking like this as a, you know, as an elite club, as a, you know, as a team that's now challenging for the Premiership, that's challenging for major honours. And I think that's the only thing that's kind of making me feel, you know, are we doing the right thing at this present moment in time?
I mean, in contrast, in regards to that, I get where you're coming from on that, but like we're saying, Liverpool, when in the last few years, when Liverpool, what players Liverpool gone and said, yeah, this is our big major marquee signing where we spent loads of money. We got Salah for 40 million. We've got Mane for how much million we got from there. They weren't big hitters when we got them. We made them big hitters. And I believe that Núñez, I get what you're saying about Núñez we're not being excited. I'm excited to see what this kid can do, because I think
Van Dijk and Alisson.
Van Dijk, you got Alisson.
Mate, they were two big signings, two marquee signings.
Two big marquee signings out of Klopp's last 5 years. Other than that, he's brought in players who have potential and he's made them better.
Bar Thiago,
you know, and I get what Fabrice is saying about the marquee signing, but we've got a majority of squad who in the last 2 or 3 years have won the Champions League, won the title, won the FA Cup. So you know, the squad's not in a bad shape. You know, but is it a sake of buying someone with a massive signing? So I'm just going to use Kane as an example. Is it worth just signing Kane for a big amount of money for the fact of, okay, he's a marquee signing? But you know, would he fit our system?
He's getting 30 goals.
Are we going to just sign people for the sake of signing people just to keep up with the Joneses? I don't know.
Good point. Vinny says that Spurs are moving dark this window. Vinny, this is not Paxton Road, by the way, yeah? I'd like to know this is called Kop Talk. I'm not sure what Paxton Road is on, but I'll try and get the details. I'll forward them on to you, yeah?
Richarlison scores 13 goals a season.
Mark Foster says he thinks Tielemans is lazy. Colin is saying, are the talks true about Liverpool being linked to Barella and Gnabry? He rates them as 2 ballers. Vinny makes a good point here now. He says, this season may be a season where you don't need 90 plus points to win the league. Because of the World Cup and winter break, it will disrupt team flows.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I believe that might be, that's a very good point that's made there.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Point. Mark says, we have a lot of midfielders, yes, but 3 of them are injury prone. And as we mentioned, we don't do marquee signings, exceptions, Alisson and VVD.
But I mean, you know, can I say, was VVD a marquee signing? Or, you know, because really and true, you know, truthfully, no one really knew about his quality like that. I mean, he wasn't like a Torres or I don't know.
I don't know. I would say
I agree with you on that.
I watched him quite a bit.
Yeah.
To be fair, I thought,
I mean, like, but like watching,
million, I weren't shook about that. I was like, yeah, get him in.
Yeah, I think it was I think the situation was because we got caught with our fingers in the sugar bowl when we shouldn't have, and we was talking to him when we shouldn't have. I think that's what kind of blew up the kind of the signing of VVD. But I actually agree with Tabis. Like VVD, yes, he was a big defender, but was he going to be like? I didn't think he was going to be like he is now. And I didn't consider him a marquee signing. I just thought because of all the hype surrounding the fact that we got caught talking to him, blew up the situation and blew up the news.
Yeah, and like same with Alisson. Don't forget, Alisson conceded about eight goals or something like that in a European quarterfinal or something. So I'm not. Yeah, so like again, if you can look at the money that we spent on him, you think, well, like we've just slapped 6-7 against this guy, and then he's them coming and being absolutely amazing. Was he a marquee signing? I'm like Aguero was a marquee signing for like Man City. I'd say even flipping at the time, I would say Lukaku when he kind of moved like back to Chelsea, that was a marquee signing. But I mean, again, I kind of do agree in terms of what everyone's saying. Well, Klopp doesn't really go with those type of players. But
with Becca, I think the difference with Becca was we were screaming out for a top class goalkeeper.
Yeah,
we were screaming, and where we played,
and top class keeper Anderson off. Same with
exactly.
Well.
Yeah, exactly.
Both.
We were desperate for those both, and it was one of those who was going to be the one. Yeah, who was going to be the ones who were going to fill, and luckily and fortunately, the Liverpool boot room, the transfer committee have gone round and they've brought 2 great signings to the club. So but Liverpool, we are. I consider VVD the best defender in the world, Becca the best goalkeeper in the world. You know what I mean? We're on fire. Them 2 players, as long as we've got them 2 players in the team, I think we'll be good.
Good evening, Bingy. He's not with us today, but he's with us in spirit, showing his support on the show. Nice one, Bingy. Vinny says, "Is it me? Am I the only one who's still not sold on Naby? You not been watching this show, bro."
Yeah, I'm not sold on him either, mate.
You need to watch this show a bit more often, bro. I tell you,
I'm not a Naby fan at all.
There's a lot of fire on Naby in here, mate. I tell you, right now.
I'm not disputing the boy. Is a footballer in there, just not good enough for Liverpool. Too injury prone, too inconsistent. I seen the man literally move to the side with tackles. Like the man's coming in, Naby's just like, not for me. I'm gonna get injured again. He's got to go, man. You should let him go.
Mr. Thought of the Day says we need a midfielder. Naby Keita can go. Got to go. Someone has to come in and replace him.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think that person would be. I think that person would be Jude Bellingham next season.
Says he likes Naby, but he ain't lived up to his full expectation.
Yeah, not at all.
I think that's the view of everybody, to be fair. And I think
we saw the highlight reels.
You can see
highlight reels
that he's a baller. You can see that he's got the talent, but it's just production on a consistent basis. That's all we're asking for, week in, week out.
I want him next season. I want him to prove me wrong. I really do. I really want the kid to come good because he's got talent, he's got abilities, and it's just he needs a good 20 back-to-back games. If he gets 20 back-to-back games,
that's a lot.
Yeah, you're asking a hell of a lot there, mate. A hell of a lot.
Oh,
we didn't feel massive because he couldn't get into the role, and he did that last season. So
yeah,
very true.
Could be proven wrong.
Every player needs games to build up their rhythm, to build up their tempo and everything. They can't. It's hard work for a professional footballer to play 1 week and not play for 3 or 4 weeks and then go and play again.
Exactly.
It's really hard. So on the balance of it, yes, Naby needs to do more, but then he needs to be. I think he needs a good run in the team, and I think once he gets a good run in the team, maybe and hopefully, he can then start living up to his bill.
Bingy says, as much as I rate Hendo, as you guys well know, he isn't better mid than Naby.
Wow. Bingy.
Different jobs.
Bingy.
Here we go.
Lay off the sauce, brother. Lay off the sauce.
What?
I think it. No. In all due respect, Bingy as well, and I think the beauty of this is it's always about opinions. So I look on a a few different characteristics. So if we're looking at the technical ability, possibly Naby may be better, but then we're looking at what does Hendo bring to the squad and the club that Naby does not bring. There's so much more. I think when we bought Hendo from Sunderland, there was that, you know, that famous quote from Sir Alex Ferguson about Hendo running with his hips. What he's actually done in terms of changing himself to actually become a leader and a winner is absolutely amazing. And for that, I think Henderson needs credit for that. I think he's probably a player that was probably in the same mold as Gary Neville, that may not have had the best natural technical ability, but has worked and he's grafted himself to become an absolutely amazing professional. And for that, I salute Henderson. If Naby can produce anything Henderson does, then we feel blessed. At this current moment, for various reasons, Naby hasn't been able to do that.
Definitely.
I think Henderson is a better captain than Steven Gerrard.
Oh.
Who?
Oh. Turn up. Cut to Bruce's camera.
Hold on, adverts. We're getting to adverts. We'll see you in 5.
No,
you know what? I'm interested.
We'll be back. Tabrice may not look the same when we come back, but we'll be back.
You know what? No, you know what? I got to be honest, right? That's a very, very, very good statement, because I mean they brought different characteristics, but I can see what Hendo does on the pitch. I mean, Gerrard, he led by example, didn't he? He was an absolute colossal.
He led by example.
Yeah, he was a colossal. He led by example, and he came up with these goals.
The man we needed single-handedly carried Liverpool in his back.
Different forms of leadership.
But
again, one better than the other. As long as you're getting the job done.
Yeah, but you see, like, you guys are going on playing ability. I'm not saying nothing about his playing ability.
No,
no. I'm just talking about him being a captain.
Gerrard, the man carried Liverpool like a rucksack for like 4 seasons.
Hold on, did you know what you know hear what I just said? I said there's different forms of leadership. Hendo's and Gerrard's are totally different. Gerrard led by example.
Gerrard carried
but see, so did Henderson in terms of, you know, how like he had to. Don't forget, you know, Henderson. That was a big weight taking the captaincy from Gerrard, and again, you know, and it was huge. And literally, a lot of us, and probably a few people on the panel said, "I don't think Henderson's the right guy," you know. And like
my son hated him.
A lot of people hated him. He got ridiculed, but you know, as the seasons kind of went on, his influence on the team on the pitch, and more so off the pitch, in terms of how he conducted himself, how he came out openly and literally talked about his own struggles, how he spoke very openly about, you know, why Liverpool were wrong to support Suarez in that Evra situation. A lot of people would not have come out, and he spoke very eloquently and very clear about that. And also as well, just to see the emotion on his face when we finally won the Premiership. Like, it was, you could tell there was, you know, he's been carrying that team and also the Premiership as well. When Henderson speaks, the Premiership listen. Not only Liverpool, the Premiership listen. And there's not a lot of players in this generation in the Premiership that will stand still when someone speaks. And literally, that's what Henderson brings to like football, full stop.
All right, before we continue, let me just say quickly, gentlemen, people in the chat room, I see your comments. I am going to get to them, but this is a very interesting conversation. So let's just talk about this first, and I am going to get to them comments. Yeah, so Colin, I see you. Bingy, I see you. Vinny, I see you. Mark, I see you. We are going to get back to you, all right? Okay. Hendo, Gerrard.
Tabrice, that was how long you had that speech written down? That was good. That
you know what? Listen,
how did you follow that?
Deep. But hey, that was deep. But I think that I think you articulated it very, very well in regards to
very well.
And you know what?
I need to come out in the back.
Yeah. And I think, to be fair, Lee's right in saying that there are two, they're kept in different ways. But I think for Hendo, his story in regards to when he came to Liverpool, He came from where was it? Sunderland, wasn't it?
Sunderland.
Come from Sunderland,
On
and
18 mil.
18 mil. And I wasn't sold on the kid at all. My son wanted him out of the door as soon as he got in the door. But then, like Teresa said, that he's grown since getting the captaincy not as a person, as a player. You can see his influence on the pitch, off the pitch, and for his story to keep growing as well. I feel a bit emotional now speaking about it because the times when he's hugging his dad.
Calm down.
No, mate, the story, Hendo, like Gerrard came in. He was a pin-up boy from day one, wasn't he? From Liverpool, pin-up boy. He was going to be the Liverpool captain. Whereas Hendo, he took a different course, and he, like you said, he was not the most blessed technically back in the day. But he's worked so hard to actually become the player he's actually become now, and for that, I give him plaudits.
I think I can't remember if he was injured or suspended when we were on course to actually challenge City for the Premiership. I think it was when the Gerrard slip, and literally Henderson wasn't in the team for 4 or 5 games, and we suffered. We absolutely everyone could see. We just didn't have any legs in there, and now with the kind of modern day footballer, however you want to kind of look at a modern day footballer, they're athletes and whatnot, but they're also human beings. And literally when kind of Henderson talks and he kind of talks about his family, he kind of literally just kind of talks about his struggle. And when he kind of comes onto the pitch, even if VVD is captain, he goes straight to Henderson and says, "You know what? You are my captain and you're wearing the armband." And literally when he speaks, again, I love it when the camera zooms in on Henderson because he's effing and blinding and he's da-da-da-da-da. But it's not effing and blinding just for the sake of it. There's always a reason why. And you can tell how the players just respect him and Klopp respects him. And again, exactly what someone said before, Gerrard was the poster boy for Liverpool. When Gerrard had all of his injury problems with his lower back and his hamstrings, they went full out to make sure that everything was going to be a-okay. I don't think they would have done that with Henderson or any other player because he wasn't bleeding red. So literally Henderson had to do it the hard way, and 100% he literally deserves everything that he can get. That's why he's my captain.
And Tabriz has just spoken for 15 minutes on Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Especially the subject on Mastermind is Jordan Henderson.
Maximum
points.
I'll tell you what, now we've got Jay Spearing back, mate. We're going to be elite.
I'm not asking no questions. In my quizzes, I'm not asking no Jordan Henderson questions.
Listen, I'm a huge fan of Jordan Henderson. I'm always
move that camera around so I can see that Jordan Henderson poster. He's got Jordan Henderson poster on his wall, I could tell.
Yeah, Jordan Henderson pillowcases. So he's not a better captain than Steven Gerrard. I'm sorry.
Vinny
says,
it's
a good argument, but yeah.
There's a reason why Klopp has kept him when many thought he would have been out the door by now. Bingy's saying Hendo's a better capo than Stevie G. Managed to take me to lay off the source. Hendo has far better players and a coach around him.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, Vinny.
Just wish Henderson could score goals like Gerrard.
That's, what, Foster, Marky, I agree with that totally.
Hendo doesn't galvanize the team by example. He does that via his mentality and character. But Stevie G did what Hendo does and more. This is what I said about the different styles of being a capo.
See, that's what's wrong with the world nowadays. The social media's got everyone looking at everyone's family and their family life and what they've been through. We all got our own stories. I ain't trying to hear all that. His story. I ain't trying to hear all that.
Goes side by side with the fall and rise of LFC. Yeah, 2014, we missed him after the City game. May have been the real factor in us losing the league that season.
Yep.
Hendo was suspended for the last 3 games of the season, and BBD gives Hendo the armband because he's a vice capo. Yeah, that's true. So he has to give him the arm. He has to give him the armband basically when he comes on. There's no ooming or ahhing about it. Has to.
Henderson Appreciation Society.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Stoney, you've been very quiet on this. You haven't said much on this.
No. Yeah, I think the beauty of Kop Talk and the beauty of all of our listeners is that I'm always learning, and the fact that we're all historians, we're all scholars of the club that we actually love. And I think it was wonderful to obviously hear a completely different point of view than what I would have had from Tobias. So I just appreciate that and salute you, sir. So that's why I was quiet. So thank you, Tobias.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bloody hell. I tell you.
Look at these two. These two are not. Sorry, no emotion. These two right here are not showing no emotion. They're not having it.
I'll tell you. Okay,
Ray and him nephew.
Oh, jeez, he's on the sauce. He's on it.
He's on the sauce.
Celtic want Ben Davies.
Who?
What?
What's his name? Who? Oh, the fella.
Ben Davies.
I opened the door for the kid.
Let's have it right. We did him dirty, didn't we?
I don't have a driving license. I'll take him up here. I would take Ben Davies up to Celtic.
Tony. We did Ben Davies dirty. We did him dirty. He was having a good career, living his good life. Or we uproot the man, give him a Liverpool shirt, and just make the man just discard him like rubbish. We did him dirty.
Good business.
He's had an opportunity to probably, and you know what? I think in my own head, I completely respect what you're saying there. I think for him, even though he may not have had the first team appearances that he possibly would have liked, I think for him as a professional to actually, no, listen, I'm trying to be so rational here. I'm trying to be so rational.
Can you imagine how he must be feeling now? He's feeling raw. He just got shown the whole world he's not good enough. The whole world knows he's not good enough now.
I know. I think he had the opportunity
in training.
Shown his
grandkids. They learned that in training.
I know. He would have had the opportunity to show his grandkids that he had a contract at Liverpool, had an opportunity to speak to Klopp and train, even if it was for a morning, with a Liverpool player before Yeah, you have to give him that moment. You know what? Some people only have 50 minutes moment in his life. Give the brother that.
You know what? He's got that comment, KV. He's just going around in my head. Liverpool done him dirty.
That's it. 5 minutes for fame, you know.
What else can you put it?
He can say he was at Liverpool when they did bits. I was there.
Let's have it right. They learned he wasn't good enough in training. You imagine how he must be feeling?
Wow.
But you know what? Was it? Did he come? Was it because of registration?
No.
Why did we buy him?
We were struggling with our centre halves. We were all injured.
As
backup.
We brought him in with Nat Phillips and Kabak as well. Remember?
Yeah, he can go to Celtic, mate. I'll tell you.
All of them came in for 1 pence, and we still got robbed for the 1 pence.
And Bingy saying he didn't say that Hendo is a better capper. He said if he did, that was a typo. Question I was going to ask, gentlemen. Colin Moran is saying what I was going to ask you lot. Do you seriously see us doing any more business this transfer window?
No, but I hope so. I'm hoping for midfielder, but I don't see anyone else coming.
I think Liverpool being quite consistent in the transfer, in the way we work in the transfer market, and we highlight who we want, we get them, and we keep it moving. I like KV though. I liked Liverpool to sign another player, but it's just who we're going to sign and whose place they're going to take.
Tabrice?
I totally agree.
If you're not tired from talking about Jordan Henderson.
That's cold blood.
That's his new nickname, Hendo. He's got to be Hendo.
Oh boy, no, I can't see anyone coming in that's really going to make a huge impact, on the team. I think Jude Bellingham is a player that everyone really wants, and if it's in January or next season, then so be it. But I think the team is settled, and I think Klopp is satisfied.
Stoney.
First and foremost, I'd like to welcome a gentleman from my workplace by the name of Sherwin that I know is tuning into this show. Even though he's not coming up with the comments, He is a Liverpool supporter, and he's actually been speaking quite passionately today at work about the purchases we have not made. So good evening, Sherwin, because I know you're watching the show. All right.
Yeah, Sherwin. Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, I think we're usually quite stealth in terms of our purchasing. So the transfer window closes on the 1st of September. In terms of Jude, I think with the World Cup being at the time period it is going to be around, the winter break, I don't think he'd want to unsettle his chances playing for Dortmund before coming to us. My personal opinion is I think we're going to settle with the squad that we have. I think Carvalho will play either side of the left or the right as the number 8 or either in the ambush. And I cannot foresee us purchasing any more players. We got the young boy from Aberdeen as a right back as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
In addition to Nunes. In addition to Darwin Nunes. I can't foresee us purchasing anybody else this season. So I know people who disagree. I think I'm calm. I trust in Klopp. I trust in our coaching staff. And I believe that the current squad we have is what we're going to go into the new season with.
Okay, so Mark is saying we should make Kate a captain, say he's got something to do. Be heavy for him, man. Or unbuck his arm. Vinny's saying nope, you don't think we'll be making any signings, but he says he'd like that though. Bingy's saying I hope so. We need an attacking mid. If we sell Nico, I think we might get one more in.
Oh, yeah,
I think we underestimate the squad sometimes. That squad battled on all 4 fronts last season, and yet our summer before that was a disappointment. Okay, so just on those comments quickly, as we spoke about before, with Bingy said about we need an attacking midfielder, and we've mentioned it before on here today as well, about bringing in those kind of players now. It's going to stifle the youngsters that we're trying to bring through, to be fair. So, to be fair, I don't think there's going to be any more transfer action. Mark Foster's comment was he believes that we might try and sign Jude in January, loan him back to Dortmund, but do make that signing just to make sure that we get him and that he's our player, basically. That's what he reckons we might do.
I think Liverpool trying to do that already.
I trust the manager and his team, but I don't trust these players to stay fit.
I mean,
we've had a good run, to be fair, this season when it comes to injuries. A lot better than our previous seasons. And whether Liverpool have stumbled on something or they've been working on something, we've had a much better run, even with our main injury players like Matip and Naby.
DVD's first season back from a horrific injury.
And look how many games he's played.
Yeah. We expect him to be better next season. And I remember that injury was borderline Section 18 assault.
Yeah.
So,
borderline? That was, mate, that was assault, bruv.
It was assault, wasn't it? That's what I saw.
GBH, man. GBH.
It was. Section 18 was horrific.
Actual bodily harm.
Actually bodily harm. That was GBH, ABH, whatever you want to call it, mate. I'm telling you, he's done well to get well for it.
Better roids now. Yo, let me get them practical details, man, quickly.
Don't do that. Don't put that out there. Don't do that.
You know what? I heard. You know what? I saw a rumor. Sorry, quickly before I heard a rumor. Right, to say someone said. I've seen a story that 60% of Liverpool players have asthma.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah.
Because social media is going to say that our team's on drugs. How can they run around for so long?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's just news. It's just I don't know whether it's fake news or not. But 60% of high value, high performance players with asthma. I don't know.
All right, gentlemen. Crazy. I'm going to give it to you lot so no one can't say there's no fixes, yeah? And I finally got Stoney and Tabrice together. You know what I mean? Finally.
No, you know what? I mean, I must admit, like, Stoney actually wiped the floor with me before.
Stoney's been wiping the floor with everybody, bruv.
Hey, put it down. That's not the hanky, bruv. Put it down.
Listen. I'm leaving it be this week. Listen, I'm going to give somebody an opportunity to have this shine this week.
Wow.
No, Stoney, no.
Listen. Majority rules, yeah? So that no one can't say there's no fixing going on. I'm going to give you the titles of the quiz, and you're not going to pick which one we do.
Okay.
Hey,
if you can't make up your mind, I'm just going to pick one randomly. Yeah? If it's going to be long, we're just going to pick one randomly. All right? So, gentlemen, all right. World Cup quiz questions. You've got bizarre football questions. Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi questions. Champions League questions. You've got European Championship questions. True or false football questions. I'm loaded, you know. Bundesliga and German football questions. Who am I in football questions?
I like that.
Miscellaneous football questions.
Listen,
have we gone away from the quiz from Liverpool quiz?
Well, you lot were embarrassing me, and it's a Liverpool show, so we can't.
So I know in previous shows I've been getting side message, I've been getting DMs, I've been getting man come to my house, putting spray on the front of my house saying I've been fabricating. So I'm just leaving KV, Preds, and Tobias to choose what genre or that they would like.
All right, come on, gents, come on, let's get it cracking.
I'm gonna give the floor to young Tabrice. Coming Tabrice.
You're okay. Well, because it's the World Cup year, let's kind of go with the World Cup.
Ooh, okay. Are we ready now, people? Hey,
I'm ready.
Hold on. I mean, we need pen and paper, don't we?
Oh, hold on a minute. You mean to tell me you're already doing that now?
Because I was so desperate to get talking about Hendo.
Oh, sorry. He's gonna go run and get your Alexa. He's gonna go run and get his Alexa.
No. Listen, look. I've got integrity, mate. I'm all about integrity, mate. And you know, if you want me, look, carry on.
Get your pen and paper quickly. Come on, son.
I thought so.
Come on.
Look, I've not gone far. I'm still here.
While he's doing that, we'll just quickly go. Mark said we played 64 games, more than any other team last season. That's why we failed to get the league over the line. Midfield is where we've been weak and needs improvement. Vinny said it's fake news about the asthma.
Look, I've got my paper this week.
Yes, Mark wants the Stoney use paper. They're all out for Stoney, boy.
I know all the time. Gosh, look, I've got my paper.
I don't know what it is. Yo, are you making that pen and paper, Prince?
Mate, I can't find a pen nowhere.
Around trees in his garden.
Here we go.
You know when you're looking for a pen, right? I can't find it, and then all of a sudden you see the pen is actually on the book.
Yeah.
A girl's number is in Vine. You'll find a pen, though.
Hey, don't be talking like that. The wife's watching, really, boy. Don't be talking like that.
Oh, goodness.
Right, gentlemen. First question. Yeah. There have been 2 World Cup trophies. What was the name of the first one?
Oh, we have to write it down, innit?
Yeah, I want it. Jesus. Of course. We have the pen and paper for. All right. KV looks quietly confident there. I like that. Never flustered. Poker face is on. Right. What you got for me, KV?
Trophy number 1.
I can't see that. What does that say? Oh, trophy number 1. You know.
I'm gonna work on getting you your own show. I swear to God. I swear to God. That says trophy number 1. Oh my God.
That's funny.
You said no? Is that right?
I'm crazy.
No?
That's crazy.
Prince, please.
It is. Oh, can you see that? Jules Remit.
All right, cool. Tabrice.
I didn't get an answer.
Ooh. Stoney.
Right, so I'm just gonna throw a little curveball in this for you brothers here, okay? So we go. The Jules Remy from 1930, and then we got the FIFA World Cup trophy from 1974.
He only wanted one though, didn't he?
You know what? Why are you showing off?
You said two. Jules Remy from 1930.
Listen, the question was,
yeah,
what was the name of the first one?
Okay, so Jules Remy from 1930.
He should get deducted a point for being busy.
I get a point for that now.
Anywho, well done, Vinny. Vinny got that one.
Cool. And I had a Z in my Jules Remy though. I never spelt that right though.
Yeah, you didn't, did you? No.
Right. Mark Foster's got that as well, because it's also victory as well. You could have had.
Victory.
Well done, Mark Foster.
So who got that right? Me and Preds.
Yeah, you and Preds have got that one.
So I don't get half a point.
Okay. This is an easy one, lads. Come on now, don't let me down. Which country won the first ever World Cup in 1930?
What?
Oh my God! This is in a bloody.
Everybody should know this.
Quizzes.
Yeah, I know this one.
What year was that?
1930.
We weren't born them times.
2 years before you were born.
Rough. I heard you still owe Jesus money.
I know this already, man. Okay, let's do this.
KV.
Uruguay.
Preds.
Uruguay.
Okay. To Bryce.
Uruguay. I don't know if you can see it.
And Stoney.
Come on, Uruguay.
Okay.
You don't want this
Vinny,
smoke.
I don't know what you're on, Vinny. What sauce?
That's Italy.
Italy.
Wow.
See, YouTube children, man.
I'll tell you. Mark Foster got it right. He said Uruguay. Well done, Mark. Okay. Next, which country has won the most World Cups? All right, KV. Who's won the most World Cups?
Brazil.
Preds.
Brasilia.
Tabriz.
I put Italy.
And Stoney.
Malballs 93 and Vinny have agreed with me, and it's Brazil with 5.
Okay.
Who's been to Brazil? Anybody been to Brazil?
Yeah, no. On YouTube.
I've been to Brazil. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Who is it? Who is it, Ansar?
It's Brazil, isn't it?
It's Brazil.
Okay.
Malballs has put 5 yet. Brazil. Vinny's put Brazil.
I knew it was Brazil, but I thought
put Brazil.
Why Italy, Tabriz?
I don't know.
Why Italy? Brazil won it in 1958, 62, 70, 94, and 2002, innit?
Here we go. Here we go.
Look at him down there. Look.
He's got it written down somewhere. He's got it written for you.
He was around. He was watching the games.
I like Rain Man.
Oh, that's where I recognized you. You're one of the disciples, ain't you?
Yeah. Okay. 3 countries have won the World Cup twice. Can you name them?
What?
3 countries have won the World Cup twice. Can you name them? You get a point for each country you get right.
3 countries who won the World Cup twice.
Twice, yeah. Oh, maybe I should give you a couple more seconds, actually.
Yeah.
that means he hasn't got a clue. All right.
Okay. Right.
KV, what you got for me?
I got Spain, Italy, and Argentina.
Spain, Italy, and Argentina. And Preds, what have you got for me?
I got France, Argentina. I can't think of the other one though.
Okay. And Tabriz?
Germany, Italy, Brazil.
And Stony, Rainman.
I've got Brazil, France, and Germany.
Okay. So, Preds, you got 2. Argentina, France, and Uruguay.
Argentina, France, and Uruguay.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
there we go. Hey,
was it? So hold on. What was the question?
How many teams have scored 1-1-2 World Cups?
Won the World Cup twice.
Oh. Uruguay. I got Argentina in there. I got Spain and Italy wrong.
So haven't Brazil won it twice? Brazil
won it
twice.
How many times has Brazil? They won it 5
How many times has France won it?
Oh, okay. As in twice, as in just twice. Oh,
they've only won it twice.
Oh,
I thought you meant more than.
Yeah.
I didn't say more than.
You see that? You know, because these two went to college, right? That's why.
That's a misleading question, you know, RT.
Very
misleading. That would have been Brazil, France, and Germany, you know, brother.
3 teams have won the World Cup twice. So it's not misleading at all. You need to listen.
So France has won it twice. Yeah.
Argentina.
Brazil have won it 5 times. And how many times have Brazil won it? I mean, how many times has Germany won it?
3 times.
About 3 or 4 times.
I know I can count then. So Brazil won it 5, France twice, and Germany. So you're teething me, brother.
Vinny had Spain, Uruguay, and France.
Okay.
Mark Foster had Uruguay, France, and Germany. Then Vinny said scrap Spain, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yep, he agrees Argentina. Bingy had Uruguay, Argentina, and Mexico.
Oh,
Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know where that one come from. Look, Mars Balls. Hey, he's on the ball there. Uruguay, Argentina, and France. Well done.
Yes. Well done.
And Vinny said, yeah, Germany's won it 4 times. That's right. Thank you, Bingy. Tell them yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So Brazil won it 5, France twice, and Germany 4. So I should have win then, innit?
No.
Let's move on.
How you get that, boss?
Move on. Move on.
Reds is not having it.
Not having it. Move on. Move on.
Okay. Next. Which country has appeared in 3 World Cup finals but never won the competition?
Wow.
Ooh. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Listen, Stoney, listen carefully, yeah? So there were no discrepancies. Which country has appeared in 3 World Cup finals but never won the competition?
I got it.
Good evening, Solo. Nice to have you on board. Another one from the Man United agenda. I logged in earlier, mate. I didn't see you. I know you might have been studying, actually. Yeah, I know you're studying hard.
What? Say that again, please.
Which country has been in 3 World Cup finals but never won the competition?
That's sad. Okay, right. So I think I know who that is. Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Holland.
Reds?
Holland.
Fabrice?
Holland.
And Stoney?
The Netherlands is the correct pronunciation. Is the Netherlands?
Here we go.
He's got orange as well.
Stoney, you look like you're playing for them now in that top, man.
Yeah.
See, Marco. The only reason why I know, I was listening to Marco van Basten on a podcast in the week. That's the only reason why I know. And he said the Netherlands, not Holland.
The Netherlands.
Okay. Vinny
What
got
was
it.
the answer?
Bingy got it. Mr. Miles Balls got it.
Mark Foster's correct.
And Mark Foster got it. Okay. Right. We move on, gents. I think because time is running, I think I'll give them 3 more questions, and we'll call it a wrap. The 2026 World Cup will be hosted across 3 different countries. Can you name them?
2026.
Yeah. Will be hosted again across 3 different countries. Can you name them? Once again, a point for each.
I don't even know what that's meant to be.
2026. Here we go. Here's another one who went to flipping college and flipping uni. Yes, Stoney, Holland is a province in the Netherlands. What side? So send us those details.
Can I go first?
Please, I can pass it on to Vinny, please, mate.
2026, yeah?
2026,
right.
Yeah.
Right, I know this one.
Okay. KV?
Scotland, England, Wales.
Preds.
It's Scotland, England, and Wales.
That's class, man. That's funny.
Preds.
I love that.
Scotland, England, and Wales. Right.
Preds.
Okay. Oh, USA, Mexico, and coming from Canada, man.
Let me see that piece of paper, bro. All right, Tabrice.
Same. I don't know if you can see that. USA, Canada, and Mexico.
All right, Stoney.
Yeah, same thing. USA, Canada, and Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It sure is, gentlemen.
Hey.
See, Mark Foster, you got that wrong. He said Mexico, Canada, and USA. You have to get the
Okay, listen.
right
Yeah, you have to get it right.
Miles Balls 93 is going to give you a run for your money, gentlemen. I'm telling you.
You have to get it right, Mark.
USA and Canada, well done.
Okay.
Bingy's only got one flag. You couldn't find the other, or he doesn't know what the other flags look like. And Mark Foster's got it as well. Right. In which World Cup did Diego Maradona score his infamous Hand of God goal? What World Cup was that, gentlemen?
As in the year?
Yeah. I might give you extra point if you tell me where it was as well.
Gary Lineker is still playing.
Yo, Mars Balls is saying you lot are starting to write after he types. Don't type so quick then. Okay. Wait for them.
I know this year. Can I go first?
Go on then.
1986.
All right.
Yeah, 1986.
Yeah.
So Reese is still writing.
No, because you know what? It's 86, because I vaguely remember, but I remember the 1990 World Cup more, but it's 86.
All right. KV?
Mexico, 86.
Go on. Okay. Okay, man.
2 points for that.
Who?
Preds?
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry. 1986.
That doesn't like 86. That looks like a 1996 to me, Preds.
No,
it looked like you put Halston 1986.
Yeah.
1986 in Mexico.
Halston. He said Halston 86. That ain't right.
Okay. Well done, Bingy. Well done, Vinny. Miles has got it, yeah.
Miles Ball is on it, boy.
Here he goes.
Glad the harder, you know.
Jesus Christ, Vinny. All right. Mark Foster, well done. And Miles even going on to say it was the quarterfinals. All right.
He's looking for an appearance on the show, isn't he?
I'm telling you, he might just get one with your performance. Okay. The record number of World Cup goals is 16. Scored by who?
What? Somebody scored 16 goals in the World Cup?
As in altogether, as in throughout their whole career.
Doesn't say that. Just says the record number of goals in a World Cup is 16. Scored by who?
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I might just have to finish it off, lads. I've got 2 more questions left, so I'm gonna have to finish it off. That makes sense, leaving.
Oh, you know what?
I remember this. This lad was clinical.
Before my head starts hurting me. I'm going to start overthinking.
This geezer was clinical.
I'm going to go first.
In World Cups.
So don't get it wrong.
Go.
Is it closer?
KV?
Yeah, so I got closer. Germany.
Where's his paper?
To blood.
All right. And
that's my fault.
Closer.
Closer.
Yo, listen, you lot in the chat room, I think you don't have to wait before these lots start? Because I think you're not giving him some clues here, lad.
Thank you.
Nah, man, not easy.
Can I just say, we got Moles Balls 93 because I was originally thinking it may have been Fontaine as well, But I was indecisive between the two. So I put closer anyway.
France. Mark Foster's got it. Vinny, you was wrong on that one, mate. Mark Foster says Germany striker. Yep, that's right. Fontaine scored 14.
Okay. Fontaine was French.
You lot in the chat
French
room.
striker?
You don't have to wait. Don't type so quick, man, because you don't give it.
Who's Fontaine? I don't know no Fontaine.
He was French, isn't it, Fontaine?
Just Fontaine, yeah.
Yeah.
Did Ronaldo score more than him, though?
Arabelli Fontaine.
How much Ronaldo scored? 12.
Two more questions, gentlemen.
That's stress, man.
3 people have won the World Cup as a player and as a coach. Mario Zagallo, Didier Deschamps, and can you name the third?
Oh, shit. Sorry, can you say that question again?
Lord God. 3 people have won the World Cup as a player and as a coach. Mario Zagallo, Didier Deschamps. Can you name the third?
Oh, my God.
All right. Can I do this before they start messing up my head in the group? In the group chat, please.
Can you see the group chat?
No, see, the thing that I do is that I like pull it on private chat, so then
I can get it out of the way because it's gonna mess up my head. Beckenbauer for me, Friends Beckenbauer.
KV's looking stunned. He looks like he's frozen.
If I see the chat, it's gonna keep messing up my head. I've got Friends Beckenbauer.
All right, KV
from Germany.
I didn't know the answer to that one.
All right,
it's gonna mess up my head.
Beckenbauer.
Therese.
I put Klinsmann.
Oh shit!
What?
It is Beckenbauer.
But did Klinsmann was Klinsmann was a manager as well? Did they win it when he was a manager as well?
No,
they didn't.
No,
they got close, but not close enough.
Right, last question, gentlemen, and this one's pretty easy. I expect you lot all to get this one.
It's only easy because you got the answers, though.
No. When you hear this question, you'll know why I say it's easy. Yeah. 2 English players have won the World Cup Golden Boot. Who are they? Come on.
Okay.
Please. Now that is, come on. It's meat and drink, lads. Meat and drink. He's looking frozen again. Come on.
What's the question again?
2 English players have won the World Cup Golden Boot. Who are they?
I'll get this out of the way. I know this one I'm unsure of, but can I show first?
All right, hold on. All right, let's get these bits of papers up, lads. Come on.
All right, I'll get mine out of the way because I'm going to keep overthinking.
What was that say, KB?
Rooney and Shearer.
Owen and Shearer.
Yeah.
Who have you got there to Breeze?
Lineker and Kane.
And Preds?
I've only got Lineker.
All right, 1 point Preds, 2 points for Tabrice.
Oh. Who's it, RT?
Lineker and Kane.
Oh, seen.
Yeah.
Lineker and Kane.
Yeah, Tabrice loves the Kane, isn't he?
That's a pause.
That's my guy.
The same World Cup we spoke about, 86.
Yeah.
That's a pause.
And Kane 2018.
I didn't know that. Cool.
All right. Gentlemen.
He's devastated. Look.
I didn't know that.
Let me see what we had here. All right, Mark Foster got Franz Beckenbauer. Mars ball. Listen, he's on the ball, this guy.
He is.
Yeah. He's on the ball, mate. Lineker and Kane. Vinny got it as well. Lineker and Kane. Mark Foster's even got there. 96 and Kane as well.
I didn't know about Harry Kane.
Yeah. Harry Kane, mate. Yeah.
Deadly strike.
Okay. So, final scores are bringing up the rear in joint
That's a pawn.
joint third place is Tabriz and KV. In second place is Stoney.
That's a fix.
I don't care what he says. He's not going to burst my bubble. He's not going to burst my bubble.
Hey,
I don't care.
He beat you by 1 point, Stoney.
Class.
And that's because he got the what do you call it? The 2 answers in that one question.
No,
He beat you by 1
It's that
point.
fresh trim. It's the fresh trim that did it.
Fresh trim. Well done.
Respect
My
is
sort of pepper
respect.
come true.
Salute to you, sir. Respect, respect
was
is
pure
respect.
pens.
Thank you. Respect.
Pure pens. Well done, gentlemen. No, well done, gentlemen.
Class.
Well done. Well done, I must say. Well done.
That's class.
Yeah, well done, gentlemen. Okay, peoples, do remember, like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back next week as always, every single Thursday, 10 o'clock. It's all about here. Kop Talk. Yeah, do remember FTV Sports. Thank you all for your support, and we will see you next week. Mr. KV.
Blessings, everybody.
Preds. Oh, we're looking lounging now. Watch him.
I'd like to say, before we go, I'd like to say big up to Mr. Fort of the day, my boy. He come on the program and gave a question. He gave me inspiration.
Nice one. Well done, Tabriz, Mr. R&B. Thank you very much.
See you guys next week.
And Rain Man.
No. Listen, I can only thank
Tony. You have to get your title back next week, man.
It's all good. Listen, I can only thank you once again for hosting the show, RT. I can only thank everybody for being part of the panel and everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So thank you very much for this evening, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, peoples. Peace.